Let's see. Hello there. One person in here. That's wonderful. Welcome to @Hollywoodland21. Patricia Morgan, hi, welcome back. Dawn Pitch, hi, how are you doing? Coffee Julie, 1998, hello, Randall, hi. How are you doing? Wow, that was a interesting stream I had last time. I wonder what people are going to want to talk about today. I'm thinking about, I want to tell you folks something. This is @Hollywoodland21, and I really need to go from, I think I have over 2,500 subscribers. I might be 2,700 and something now. I'm not sure. You guys can check. I did not check this morning. I need to get to 5,000 subscribers by September the 1st. It's of utmost importance because that's when I'm going to inquire to YouTube about monetizing the channel. Yeah. This is just for fun right now. But it's really to get subscribers. I need you to go to @Hollywoodland21 and hit the subscribe button. I do not charge any money to subscribe to my channel. It's free, and it's going to stay that way. Yeah. Hot tea. That feels good. Did you really? That's so interesting. Lennon Sierra, hi, how are you doing? Fizzlemed 0787. This is Dr. Lennon Sierra, Daisy Corey. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna. This channel right here, it might morph into something else. You never know what it's going to morph into. I'm definitely going to get this haircut a little bit. I got to get it layered. But we talked about that last time, and we talked about Iran just a little bit too much last time, didn't we? No more talking about Iran. There's really not much we can do about it. Is there? We can try to be a little bit nicer to each other. Wouldn't that be wonderful if everybody was nicer to each other? Let's see who's coming in here. The crybaby is me. Hello, I have your DoorDash. Please come to the front door. Oh, you're funny. Barbie Joe 55. Good Sunday evening, Randall. Thank you. Ashley. How are you doing? Dancy Steve, YNWA, Bird on a Wire. Amy M, 8677. Hello, Randall in chat. I try to be nice, Daisy. I do. I really do, Daisy Corey. Mr. Hot Peanuts. What are you and Goldie doing today? I am not Kurt Russell. Goldie Hawn is a pretty good-looking woman, though, isn't she? Good evening, chat. What is Kurt Russell's long-lost twin doing live? I'm going to get some wire rim glasses next time. I know I might look a little bit tired today. I'm a real man. I don't wear makeup. This is what you get. This is what you get. You get Randall. And acceptance is the key to most of our problems. People, places, and things. There are some people, places, and things that you cannot change. Did Clint Eastwood say, well, one of his characters in one of his films say, a man has to know his limitations? I think one of Clint Eastwood's characters in one of his films said that. I can't remember which one it was. I'm sure you intelligent people that are much smarter than I am, they're in my chat, will let me know what film that was, where Clint Eastwood said, a man's got to know his limitations. Which one was that? Was that The Outlaw Josie Wales, or what was that? That was a fucking good movie, wasn't it? Carolyn Golan, 8297. My dad and I watched some of your chats. He finds you as an interesting man. He said you were intelligent. He told me to be nice. I will follow his advice, sir. Thank you very much. I'm glad your father enjoys my channel. Thank you for coming in and supporting my channel at Carolyn Golan, 8297. I really do appreciate that. And Barbie Joe, 55. Thank you for supporting my channel also. Button up that shirt. What is that? Want me to button this shirt up? Is that what you want? That's just a little too much, isn't it? Okay, I will. You know, I had a problem with that. I just it's not necessarily today, but in real life, like just anywhere I go, I tend to be a little bit flirtatious, and just in my personality, or maybe it's not my personality. Maybe it's just my behavior. Definitely when I go to a nightclub. All my life I've been this way. I've always been this way. Even my lady friends are like, you're being a little bit too flirtatious. Those women are getting the wrong idea, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I'm like that. I think I get that from my father. I think when I'm around women, I just treat women differently than men. I'm like one way around men, and I'm a different way around women. But I'm the same way around everybody here. I have no idea who is male and who is female here. Well, I sort of kind of do. Some of you. Thank you. This is about as good as I can make my hair at this length. Yeah, I do have the nose hair thing. I'm going to have to clip that. I'll take care of that. Dirty Hair. Was it Dirty Harry? Is that the film? One moment. Allergies on the east side of the Appalachian Mountains. Very odd weather around here. Magnum Force. Oh yeah, after he like shot the rocket launcher into the guy's fucking car, or there was a bomb in the car. That crooked cop got blown up. Remember that? Man's got to know his limitations. It was one of the Dirty Harry movies. It was, Anthony. And those movies came out in the early 70s when like they tried that being soft on crime stuff, and all the cops loved that movie. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Every way. Every Which Way But Loose. That was a corny ass movie, but it was kind of funny. They filmed it in the San Fernando Valley where I used to live, but way before I moved there. I have had a hangover. You know what helps me with a hangover? Orange juice and Excedrin. That's my favorite, Excedrin. Excedrin kind of gets me like hyper. Anyway. Airwalk. 1992. Is that what it says? I've been binge watching Hollywoodland. Oh, you mean Hollywoodland the movie? I got banned from my local, so apparently you're not supposed to make eye contact with the gorillas and start copying them. But in my defense, he started it. You know what? Those girls get really fucking mad at you, man. You do not even want to fuck with one of those guys. Holy fuck, what are you, Juan Wolf? Well, I'm an American male that is over the age of 45, and I'm here on your YouTube. This is a non-monetized channel. It's at Hollywoodland21. My name is Randall. Please hit the subscribe button. Let's get me up to 5,000 subscribers by September. Excuse me, September the 1st. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi, I am Zozo. It's a late 80s, 70s, 80s thing. That's correct, Romeo. Glass off, glass on. You're funny. Wax off, wax on. You're funny. I don't know why you would say that. I'm not on any drugs. I have 19 years of sobriety. I'm a little tired. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. That's right. Very busy. It's a very busy time in my life right now. I got to really focus on what's going on around here in really real life because I'm relocating several states away. I'm going to Kansas City, Missouri. I'm in North Carolina. And we've got a lot of things to do before I leave. I got sober off of coke, weed, and alcohol. Those three things is what I was into. August the 8th, 2007. So I have 19 years of sobriety. Well, 19 years of clean time. I don't know how sober I am. You know, sobriety means a soundness of mind. I think I have a sound mind, but I'll let you be the judge. My dad may be my boss someday. I got to be on my good side. I would be. I would do everything your father tells you to do. If he's your boss, especially on top of that. Jesus loves you, brother. You too. Okay, and you can leave then. Okay, goodbye, and you can find a better place to go, Gregory. I have no idea, Mr. Bees. Mr. Beast. Mr. Bees _ 4543. I have no idea. At Mr. Bees _ 4543. Obtuse. He's got Kurt Russell eyes. I have my grandmother's eyes. There's only one other person that I know that I've ever come across that has pretty much identical eyes to me. And it's a woman. And I'm not going to tell you who she is, but she is a live streamer on TikTok. And she has the blue eyes, the medium blue eyes with the purple ring around it. I can see it. I'm not sure if she's aware of that, but I'm not going to tell you who she is, but I'm doing pretty good. Pepper. You remind me of a script supervisor I hated. You seem much more reasonable. Savage Institute TV. I used to live in Hollywood. I call my channel name. My real channel name is, you can find me and subscribe to me if you look for Hollywoodland22, which is my channel name, Hollywoodland22. My handle is at Hollywoodland21. It's easier to find me that way, at Hollywoodland21. I call it Hollywoodland at Hollywoodland21 because I did live in Hollywoodland, the neighborhood in Upper Beechwood Canyon in Los Angeles. That's an actual neighborhood for anyone that doesn't know. It was developed in the 1920s, and the sign used to read Hollywoodland, one word, and then the LAND started falling down. It was a real gaudy sign. And then what happened is sometime in the 1930s, the city of Los Angeles got control of that sign, and they fixed it up, and they keep the sign up there to, promote the motion picture industry at the time. And then television came along and also promote the entire entertainment industry. So it was left up there. No, well, he does the best job he can. He's the only president that we have. I hope he does well. Over the age of 45 is vague as fuck. You're right. It's very vague, ambiguous. And that's the way it's going to be. Maricon. Maybe Home Away. Spaced out music. Hey, that's sick. You just look like Kurt Russell and let your hair grow and grow a beard. Nah. No, I'm not gay. Goodbye. You just said something that was bad. You assassinated my character. I don't care if you're gay, but I'm not gay. I'm straight. I'm straight. You know what straight guys? You are what you eat, right? That makes me a pussy, right? Have you ever heard of the Tyler weapon? Says Tyler Chino. No, I have not. Tyler Army Rise Up. Sobriety is the most powerful drug. Yes, it is. All of the Tylers are coming. Everyone prepare for Tyler war. Congratulations. You have a Slim Pickens vibe, really? Why does age matter? I do not know. When my hair is cut shorter and it's like a lighter brown than this, like a dark blonde or something like this, because I could easily change it. It fits my colorations and everything. Like a dark blonde with red in it or anything like that. And it's cut shorter than this and layered. I look even younger than this. I've already been told by people. And when I get really thin too, like when I thin out, when I'm like 166 pounds. When I get down to about 150 pounds, somewhere around there, and I cut my hair really short, and I wear certain kinds of clothes, like not plaids and stuff like that, but things like solid colors and stuff, I look about, I know how young I look. Josh Brolin. Long hair actually makes you look older. Thank you, Savage Institute TV. Yeah, I lived up there in Hollywoodland for 10 months in a guest house behind a mansion. It's really hard on your transmission. If anyone that lives in the Hollywood area or the Hollywood Hills area, going up and down there and everything, it's a pain in the ass. So I just went ahead and I decided to ditch the car and work local and live in, I lived on Yucca and Whitley. If you know where the old Howard Hotel used to be and the Retan Hotel with the Grant parking in front of it, in front of that is the check cashing place. You go from Hollywood Boulevard, check cashing, then Grant parking, and then there's some talent agencies right there. And then the Retan Hotel that was built across the street from the apartments where Marilyn Monroe, known as Norma Jean back then, lived across the street. You go up, there's the Howard Hotel, and then right next to it are some apartments down at the end. I lived there. I lived not too far. I could walk to the Fontenoy apartments, those big tall ones. I used to walk up and down Yucca. Does anyone remember when Hollywood had it was either near Cherokee or I can't remember. Was that near Cherokee or Las Palmas? But one of those roads, it's a soccer field now, but they used to have a shopping center there that had a laundromat, a pool hall, and a convenience store. Does anybody remember that? Is anybody here from the Central Hollywood area? At Hood Divek SB. At HUDHDIE Vexby. We've dated during the 80s. We've dated during the 80s. Long, seeing you after so long is like a breath of fresh air. I never thought we'd both be alive after so many years. Wait a minute. Is that a joke, or do you know me? Do you know me from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or Philadelphia? Where are you from? Let me think about this. Are you from Cherry Hill, New Jersey? Are you from Merchantville? Are you from like Audubon? Are you from Audubon Park? Or are you from like the White Horse Pike or the Black Horse Pike, or anywhere near there? I mean, do I really know you when we were real young? Or do you live out in Barrington or something like that? Full of stories and information. Yes, I am. Oh, your family, Isaiah O'Kelly, your family lives out east. Oh, you on the West Coast? Out east? Like in South Carolina? I know where South Carolina is. That's not too far from where I am. Charleston's really nice. I like it. Sergio, you have a narrator voice. It sounds a little bit like Josh Brolin. Yeah, I do. I have a second cousin who lives in the Philadelphia area, who was a social worker working for the city for a long time. And he is 6'5" and has an even more projected voice than I am. It's a bass. I'm a baritone. I can flip down to bass, but he's a bass, and he's 6'5", and he sounds like a radio announcer. And we have very similar voices, only he has a much louder voice and a much more projected voice than I do. Mine's pretty loud. I don't let my voice get too loud inside. It's rather intimidating, my voice. I don't want to scare anyone. Matthew Fisher, USA. Actually, Hollywood is not evil. It's just a neighborhood. Hollywood is a neighborhood. It's maybe 4 or 5. I think it's about 4 zip codes. That's part of the city of Los Angeles. That's all it was. At one time, when it was its own town, it used to be a dry town with no alcohol allowed. No, it's not going to sink into ocean in our lifetime. There's a lot of really nice people in Los Angeles. They got some problems out there, and there's some big problems. They're big enough that I moved to North Carolina, but it's expensive out there, and we got some problems with the state level government, and the bigger cities out there, like Los Angeles and stuff, have like communists for mayors and stuff like that. That's not going to last very long. It's going to be here long after we're gone. I have some relatives that live in Worcester, and they have a little bit of an accent, and Rhode Island too. They have that New England accent. They're on my father's side of the family. Hello, Tom Cruise. That's funny. No. They're going to come on and off. You don't give an old vibe. What do you mean, like an old vibe? You know what's really funny? There are a lot of people. There's a lot of old people that live in the suburbs around Charlotte, North Carolina, like retirement age, 65 and older. They're much older than I am. There's a lot of retired people around here. They're from this is like a place like when you figure out you don't want to live in Florida and you want to live in a place that has fairly warm weather with mild winters, you just move to Charlotte or Charleston, you know. Once you get down to Raleigh, North Carolina, the weather changes. You get mild winters. You might get some snow right here, but it's just not a big deal like it is up north. A lot of people that relocated down here that are retired are people from the New York City metropolitan area or the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Those two areas, I mean, Philadelphia people and New Jersey people do move down here, but it's mostly the New York City, it's called the tri-state area, the New York City metro area, and also the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area move down here. It's not that far away from there. And they like it because, especially if they go over the state line to the next state down, which isn't too far, because I'm about maybe 45-minute drive away from South Carolina if I go around the freeway. And people live here. And, oh, that's bright. People live here and down there in South Carolina, and you get really low property taxes. And it's not it's really a nice alternative to California. Spirit and body are two different things. You are a very distinguished looking man, and I'm sure women love that. Really. I try to be distinguished until I act stupid. You have been chosen for transcendence. Hello, stepfather. Clayton, North Carolina. Where have I heard of that before? I have heard of that town. I've only been here for 3 years. Yeah, the South is not my cup of tea, I've discovered. Let me fix this. I know a lot of people that I've been talking to, some content creators on YouTube and TikTok. YouTube is not having a lot of technical problems, but people that do live streams or just use, especially live streamers on TikTok, are having some technical problems there. I discovered that. I'm glad I came over to YouTube. I am going to have a TikTok page. Give me a few months or so, maybe 2 or 3 months, and I'm going to concurrently have a TikTok page. People say you are a Greek god, your look, sir. I have 1/64th of Greek in me. Did you know that? Let's go get something to drink. 1/64th of Greek. My ethnicity is, oh, I don't know. Maybe 45% German, 45% English, maybe 10% Scottish, and 1/64th of Greek. How about that? That's what I am. Mostly German and English. Anyway, we're going to make something to drink here because I'm very thirsty. And for some reason, I feel very hot today. I got a flu shot on Friday. I got it early because I know I'm moving, right? I'm relocating to Missouri, so I don't want to be on I'm taking an Amtrak. I don't want to be on an Amtrak train and getting sick. You know, it's something I don't want to happen. Nope, I don't want the one with caffeine. I want cherry 7-Up one. I'm just drinking these things today. I'm going to put it in the bottle of tap water. It's the Coca-Cola Zero bottle. I like Coca-Cola Zero. I mean, Powerade Zero, I'm sorry. Made by the Coca-Cola Company. You know, it's cool and refreshing. Whenever I drink Coca-Cola Zero, it makes me feel like a real winner. A winner, I said. But today, we're having 7-Up flavored cherry 7-Up flavored individual slices. Here we go. Just to let you know, I live stream at Hollywoodland22. I live stream Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. It could be 45 minutes. It could be 3 hours. You never know. Depends on how much energy I have. Sometimes on my days off, on on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I might just pop on for 30 minutes for no apparent reason. Oh, let's get something to drink here. Must have been really thirsty. This is what the Japanese assume Americans look like, right? What's a gift? You know, this is, yeah, I'm trying to read that. I'm trying to go down. No, I'm not related to Kurt Russell whatsoever, that I am aware of. I missed that. My phone's just not working right. I might have to purchase a new phone. I don't want to have to do a factory reset on my phone. I hope I don't. Yeah, an Amtrak from Charlotte, North Carolina. Check this out. This is how you have to do it. It's Charlotte to Washington, D.C., to Chicago, and then down to Kansas City on the Amtrak Chief. That's what the line tells. The Chief goes to Kansas City from Chicago. It goes all the way through Kansas City and it goes to Los Angeles, California. But I'm not going that far. That's a Pepsi brand, right? Oh, really? No, I'm not. I never got into acting. No, I could have. Somebody offers me a job as an actor in a film, I will take it for the money. At Deuteronomy 818 by 818 blessings. Talk about California in the 90s. Want to hear about it? I was in the Northridge earthquake, my first earthquake, 1994. It scared the fuck out of me, man. You know where I was? I'm going to tell you exactly where I was. I was visiting a friend in the Fontenoy apartments on Whitley. You know the Fontenoy? They were built back in the 1920s, but they were a high rise. And the building is like swaying and bricks were coming off. And the epicenter was actually in Reseda, which is just south of Northridge. What is that about? Is Central Hollywood about, what, 7 miles away from the epicenter? Maybe 8. And it was at 4:30 in the morning, and I was terrified. Everybody else was, but we made some money cleaning up that damage. 1994, I remember it. I made about $38,000. That's a lot of money. In today's money, what is $38,000 in 1994? In today's money, you can triple that. It's like a little bit over $100,000 in today's money. It's not a dystopian hellhole. It was a very nice place to live. It had its areas. I mean, there were some areas of Los Angeles that were a little bit rough, and most of it is very expensive, and it was a very nice city for a big city. The violent crime rate was high, but that wasn't in all parts of the city or all parts of the county. There's wonderful Mediterranean weather. The problems that I saw living there from 1989 until 2023, when I left in August, was something around 2016 is when I noticed that things were changing. That last 7 years I was there, that every year there's just all these homeless people everywhere, and they changed the shoplifting laws, and you had Eric Garcetti and get in there and be the mayor, and you had some kind of a no cash bail system there where a lot of people went to jail, but they could just sign on a piece of paper and promise they're going to come to their court date. They went right back out, committed a bunch of crime, and it just started. In the real homeless amount, the homeless people in Los Angeles, they hit a lot different. they were bothering women in grocery store parking lots, and there was people getting murdered and all kinds of things. Just a really bad situation. Very extremely poor management, ridiculous laws that we've never had before, and people got taxed out of there. It's going to get fixed. Housing is expensive because it has the same weather as the east coast of Spain or the French Riviera or Sicily or Sardinia, Italy. It has Mediterranean weather. It's like springtime all year round. Maybe August is a little hot, but not that hot. It's Los Angeles is spring weather. It has better weather than the Mediterranean. It's the most beautiful weather you'd never want to leave. I mean, it had to have some very serious problems for me to leave. It's also overcrowded. It also has there's about 10% of there's about 10 million people living in Los Angeles County, and somewhere between 900,000 and a million people are undocumented aliens there. They're not supposed to be in the country. You got that thing going on. It's overpopulated. They spread that Section 8, that HUD Section 8 program everywhere. And it just made all the rents go up even higher. And it's very difficult it's almost unattainable for a person that's under the age of 40 to ever even think about buying a home in the city of Los Angeles, unless you want to go live in the hood. And if you want to go live in South Central, which is a little bit rough, I think you can get a house for about $300,000 down there in Watts if you want to live down there, but you don't want to live down there. I can assure you. Thank you. Like this flannel? I don't know where I got it. Can't remember. Coconut water. You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned coconut water. Let's check this out. I have coconut water. This is Vita Coconut. Isn't that a coincidence? I have coconut water. I'm going to drink this. We'll find out what's going to happen. Thank you for subscribing to Hollywoodland at Hollywoodland21. Ew. Miss Newman, this coconut water, do you know anything about it? Sorry, folks. 1913, your grandfather was one of the first Hollywood directors. Really? My son's grandfather was a cameraman for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Not sure about that. I don't know. Would better how? Long term, Florida needs to cut it off with people moving there. Texas has more room. There's some problems in Texas. If they keep that wall up there and keep people from just pouring over the border, but that's not going to solve anything. Texas has its own set of problems. Florida has its own set of problems. I'd have to check out the crime rates and stuff. Texas is like 5 different places. It depends on where you live, you know, what you're going to experience there and stuff like that. Florida is very humid. It's like breathing water, and it's not for me. It's too hot there. I don't know about this coconut water. One moment. Julie, somebody just told me to drink coconut water, and I want to shake this up. I want to give this to you, and I want you to tell me if this is bad.
It has a date on it somewhere.
I want you to drink some of this and see if it's bad. It's very serious. I cannot get sick. You can't see the date. I saw the date said it's good till the 27th. I have a live stream on. Gotta get back to it. It's important. I can't leave my live stream for more than about 30 seconds. Could you stop that? Come on. Let's look. It tastes nasty. Maybe I was supposed to shake it. I don't know. It was shaken already. Go ahead and drink it. Just a sip. You tell me if that's any good. I already checked the date, it said 27. Do they all get thrown out? Well, I guess this was a bad one. I guess we bought one that was no good. It was outdated. I'm gonna have to get my money back to the store. I'm gonna pour this out. Did you hear that? I just poured it out. Yeah, that coconut water was no good. I don't know why. Maybe they did not rotate the stock. Maybe they didn't rotate the stock. One moment. Julie.
Yes. Okay, that's no good.
I will be back. That was really gross. Julie,
Yes.
could you please go in there and dump all of the coconut waters out, please? I would really appreciate it. That was pretty gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Sorry. Sorry I had to go take care of all that. I still got 77 people in there. I try not to go away from the screen, but I just drank some coconut water that was not properly, it was not properly rotated on the grocery store shelves, and it was bad, and I had to go get it out of my mouth and rinse out with some mouthwash and stuff like that. Oh, we gotta get rid of all, how many are there?
There's only two left.
There's only 2 left? Yeah, and yeah, you gotta put the cap back on those so it won't smell and everything. Yeah, we should get our money back. You should hold those. Yeah, if we probably should get our money back, but I won't. Let's see who all's in here. Mauricio Lopez, greetings from Medellin, Colombia, my friend. Well, guess what? My brother was just down there. Yeah, my brother and his wife and child were just down in Medellin. They just came back a couple weeks ago. They go back and forth there. Cooking is, yeah, we checked the date and everything. It was outdated. It wasn't supposed to. It was actually really bad. Because yeah, I know what coconut tastes like, but it was not rotated properly. We checked the dates on them. I probably should get my money back, but I don't. It'll cost more money in gasoline to get there than I'll get the money back. I'd have to. The only way I could actually get my money back is I would have to walk like a couple miles to get to the grocery store, which I'm not going to do, just to get what $5 back. One person, at Jamie P, says coconut water is vile. What do I think about San Diego in general? I lived in San Diego for 6 months when I was a really young guy. I tried it out, and then I went back to Los Angeles. It wasn't really for me, but San Diego's a nice town. It's a little drier than Los Angeles. It's more of it's a semi-arid. It's almost desert. It's a nice town. There's a lot of Navy guys and Marines around there. I don't know where you're watching. Texas has the H-1B problem. Yeah, they do. There's some things going on in Texas that are putting California to shame. Texas has some serious problems going on right now. Airwalk 1992. This guy's pretty interesting. Keep watching. Max Sennett was his name. Rancho Santa Fe is a beautiful part of San Diego. Yes, it is. It's very expensive to live there, but it's a very beautiful area. I will say that. Some coconut water products carry mold, so be careful. Okay, I will. Thank you very much for letting me know about that at Isha. This is why we don't use drugs. Oh, so you're smarting off. To me, I have 19 years of sobriety, Fred. And you're going forever. Goodbye. You just slandered my good character. Bye. But as an overall hydrator, it's the best. That's great. Robert Fisk, 976. Randall is spitting it out. That's right. Remember Cartoon Bunny walked through the forest and fell in a trap. Grand Bunny walked. That's weird. Check the dates. Yeah, the date was like 2 months ago. I don't know why it was still on the shelves. But that happens all over the United States. It's been happening since the coronavirus started. You guys know that. You go, you buy something, it breaks. It's just, it takes a long time for the United States to get things back together to normal. Thank you, Keely Leoran, 85768. Melissa Baker, Casillas. Hi, welcome in. Let's see, what will I drink? I'm going to drink this 7-Up Cherry individual packet drinks that I put in my tap water in the Powerade Zero bottle. That's what I'm going to drink today. In August, it can get humid in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're closer to the mountains. We're closer to the mountains than a lot of people realize. You want me to button all the way up like this? I like that. Let's leave it like this. I'm a little bit ticked off about something. I don't know. Some live streamer kind of made me feel odd the other day. I don't know, something they said. There's a misunderstanding of who I am. There's nothing I can do about it. I do like Asheville, yes. North Carolina's hippie area. This is at Hollywoodland22. You could talk about anything you want here. There's only 4 things that I will block you on my channel for. Would you like to hear the 4 things? Or you're going to hear them anyway. Thank you for coming in here all the way from Saudi Arabia. Number 1 rule on my channel, or you will get blocked. No anti-Semitism is allowed on my channel. If you say anything anti-Semitic, if you text anything anti-Semitic in my chat, you are going to be blocked forever and you will never come back. Number 2, do not say anything that is racially bigoted in my chat, or you will be blocked and then you will never be allowed to come back here. Number 3, no talking nasty about women or children, any nasty, horrible things about the women or children, or you will be blocked and you will never come back to this channel. And number 3, no character assassination of myself or anyone else in the chat, or you will be blocked and you will never come back to this channel. If you come back under another channel name and you try to troll me and stuff like that, I will have one of my several moderators get rid of you. If you continue to do this for about 6 months or a year, keep harassing me on my channel, well, there are electronic harassment laws. I mean, if you really want to take it that far. I had a guy on the channel one time that was harassing me for 7 months, and I did something about it, and he went away. That's only for the real hardcore trolls that are disturbing my channel. You know what a moderator is a moderator's main job is to, on any of these platforms, is to keep the chat flowing. That's the main job, through various different ways. At DMBK8151, I would never do that. I would never do that either. I would never do that because I'm a woman. Okay. In other words, don't be an ass. That's right, Adjana. Tough guys go to jail and prison. I'm not a tough guy, but I'm a person that knows how to use my hands and feet to defend myself. That's for sure. I learned that in Philadelphia in the first grade at the bus stop when I kept my lunch money. And I let the bully know exactly what place in pecking order that there was at the bus stop. He stopped being a bully immediately. We didn't have a bully problem in the first grade, second grade, or third grade, or fourth grade. And then I moved. And then I don't know what happened because I moved from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I moved to Lubbock, Texas. Can you believe that? Do you know anyone that moved from the Delaware Valley, which is Philadelphia, and moves to Lubbock, Texas, which is up in the panhandle of Texas? And then I lived there for 5 years, dodging tornadoes and riding dirt bikes and catching lizards out in the desert. And then I went back to live with my father when I was 15 years old. And he straightened me out. Kinda. I like those rules at Liquidski74. I think they're just I really thought about that and just wrote down different things and just came to the conclusion that's the four most important things. Hall monitor. We look so similar, man. Do we really? Hollywood, may I ask, what is your opinion? May I ask, what is your opinion of Israel? Well, Israel is a country. It's a political state, and I believe that Israel needs to exist. I support Israel. Wendy's is secretly being run by Chinese military general. Okay. No, I was a salesman at Matthew Owens, 6281. I sold aluminum siding, and then I sold vinyl siding later on to people that were homeowners in the Los Angeles general area. Up in there in the San Gabriel Mountains and the foothills of the San Gabriels, like in Pasadena, Glendora, places like that. Also in Chino Hills and Whittier and La Mirada and places. So, when those rains come in from the Pacific Ocean, wood is not good because they get more rain up in the hills and the mountains. They really need the vinyl siding. They need good roofs too. Lubbock is in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it is in the middle of nowhere. Lubbock is the home to Texas Tech University, and it has an agricultural engineering sciences department where they learned. In Texas Tech University is where they developed modern farming techniques for arid, desert, and semi-desert areas. And they learned how to fix things and use better farming techniques so that the 1930s Dust Bowl situation would never happen again. The West Texas, eastern New Mexico, parts of eastern New Mexico, and the panhandle of Texas is the largest continuous cotton growing area in the world, even bigger than the one that's at the Delta north of Cairo, Egypt. You notice we haven't had any Dust Bowl situations since they have better farming techniques there. Yeah, they do. In the Great Plains, all the way up to Oklahoma, Kansas. So they worked real hard and they figured out how to not have a Dust Bowl. And they did all that, most of it, in Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. I lived in Kensington, in Philly. I lived in Oxford. I lived in Fishtown. I know where Bethlehem is. You can get from Bethlehem and get to Easton. And then from Easton, I think there's a place called Phillipsburg, and Raritan, New Jersey ain't too far from there either. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know that area. Bethlehem Bethlehem's a nice little area. I like it. This channel is about whatever you want to talk about. You can talk about anything. I don't care. You can talk about Obama. You can talk about his wife. You could talk about Trump. You could talk about his wife. You could talk about that Biden's kid, whether or not you think that cook was his and that they found. You can talk about all that stuff. I don't care. You can talk about how gay you are. You can talk about how straight you are. You can talk about how you like being a transformer or whatever the fuck you want to be. You can talk about all that stuff. I don't care. But I just don't want to talk about Iran today. I got my own ideas. I mean, I'm old enough that I saw that on the television in 1979 as a little boy, what they did. I just don't want to get into it, dude. No, I'm not a Leninist. I'm not a card-carrying communist. Bethlehem Steel, that's right. Netanyahu is doing his level best to protect his nation. Got to get ready for your 4-year-old granddaughter. Es muy importante. Always welcome here at Barbie Joe, 55. He did work at Bethlehem Steel? A lot of guys did. A lot of guys my grandfather's age worked there. I lived in South Jersey too. I lived in whatchamacallit, Cherry Hill, New Jersey too. I lived in Somerville, New Jersey too. And where else did I live? In New Jersey. I lived in Merchantville, over near Pensacola, near Camden. No, I'm not any of those people. I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know. I might have to get a new phone. And you're gone. Get rid of you. Mystical Mom, I am Randall. This is at Hollywoodland22. Please hit the subscribe button. I have close to 2,600. I think I have 2,000. I might have 2,800 subscribers at this point. But my goal is to get my subscribers up to let's see, up to 5,000 subscribers, and then I'm going to go monetize the channel at that point by September the 1st. So type in at Hollywoodland21 and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Jack Hoffman, I'm back. I know, I see you. Thanks for coming back. Robert Fisk, 976, Buddy Holly forever. Yeah, he's from Lubbock, Texas. He went to Monterey High School. I have relatives that went to Tech and still live there. They still live there in Lubbock. The sign when you're coming into town in Lubbock, you know what it says. It says Lubbock for all reasons. Mystical Mom 68. You kind of look familiar, and it says Hollywood. I feel I should know who you are. Do I look familiar? Did you ever live in Los Angeles? And did you ever live in the Hollywood neighborhood? And did you ever live in the San Fernando Valley or Cherry Hill, New Jersey or Philadelphia? Or did you ever live in Bellevue, Washington or Seattle, Washington? Those are the places that I've lived. Mystical Mom, 68. As a, like when I was in middle school or something, they call it junior high school in Lubbock. I lived in elementary school and part of junior high. I lived in Lubbock, Texas. As a child, you might know me from there. At Mystical Mom. Your granny lived in Tulia, Texas. I wonder where that is. Rainer Fox, what's up, my boy? Nothing much, just hanging out, talking to you guys. No, I don't think Hollywood should be demolished at all. Crop rotation stopped the Dust Bowl. That's what I was told. And, they didn't do that. They do it now. A lot of people don't know that they planted trees, like a tree line with like, you know, a tree line with like, not just one line of trees, but I think it's about 5 to 10 trees wide. And they built it somewhere down in North Texas at the 100th parallel. Does anyone know what the 100th parallel is? It's a dividing line that goes down the plain states that divides where the vegetation tends to be green, or the higher elevations where the vegetation tends to be brown, and it gets into a semi-arid area. And they planted some, I don't know if it was 10 or 15 trees, or maybe 20, it might be 10 or 15 trees wide. And they had this big, if you look on the Google Maps, you'll see that this line of trees goes all the way up the, near where the 100th parallel is, up to the United States, all the way to North Dakota. I don't know what that's for, though. It had something to do with preventing another dust bowl. I'm going to read on that a little bit later. I remember learning a lot of things in junior high school. In junior high school in Lubbock, Texas, it started in it was only 7th and 8th, it was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade out there, up in the Great Plains. I'm not sure how many states do it like that, but it was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and you did not go to high school until you were in the 10th grade. That's how they did in the panhandle of Texas. I think Oklahoma and Kansas might be the same way, but that's how they did it. But I went to high school in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which is a suburb of Philadelphia. I lived with my mother sent me to live with my father because I was getting a little bit too boisterous. Oh, do you know what my Cash App is? Yeah, I'm not doing, I don't, at IMCCBOO. Yeah, right now this channel is not monetized. Now, if you'd like to donate to my Cash App, you can. I don't know if you know my Cash App, because I don't have a Cash App that says anything like Hollywoodland, because I'm doing this non-monetized until I get 5,000 subscribers, which I would like to have. If you type in at Hollywoodland21, at Hollywoodland21. At IMCCB00. Do you know what my Cash App is? Do you know me from somewhere else? I cannot mention my Cash App on here because I said I am not going to advertise my Cash App. I mean, I have a Cash App. I know what it is. If you know the name of my Cash App, if you know me some other way, or you found out what my name is, you would have to know what my cash tag is. What is my cash tag? I don't even know what it is. I forget because I'm not accepting any of that right now. I'm waiting until I get 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, I just don't feel like talking about Iran today. No, I'm not Kurt Russell. You're a super gay transformer. It feels good to get that off my chest. Well, I'm glad that you could get that off your chest. A.T. Samida. Yeah, all is well today. Yeah. You guys talk about that Liquitsky. I won't say a word. I want to jump in, but I'm not going to, because I said I'm personally not going to talk about Iran. You guys can talk about Iran all you want. My condolences at bdubs_420 for the loss of your grandfather. Isaiah O'Kelly 1. You know where I used to live. Bellevue. Northeast A Street. You know when you're going up Northeast A Street and you're going east, right? Not downtown Bellevue, but you go by like what's that called? Overton Hospital or Overlook Hospital. I forget what it's called. And you go down Northeast A Street. And you got to go up a hill, right? You're coming near the car dealerships and you're going up north. And then there's like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting house, like on the top of the hill. And they used to call it Hilltop AA Hall. And then you keep on going. Was it 138th Street? It's not the one near the Crossroads Wall. The Crossroads Mall is way down there. I used to live in an apartment that was in the road that goes perpendicular to Northeast A Street, and there's a Shell station on the side, and you go down that road, 138th, 128th, I can't remember. But I lived in an apartment complex that was within walking distance of the Safeway grocery store, and I could walk to Bell Red Road, or I could drive over to that mall that used to have the Sears in it that's like really close to like Redmond and stuff. Yeah, I used to live around there. And I used to go down to Pioneer Square, and when they used to have nightclubs down there. And I used to go to like hang out in Fremont and hang out in the U District and stuff like that. I lived there 96, 97, and 98. And then I went back down to Los Angeles. But I had a good time when I lived in Bellevue. I would just take the floating bridge over there. Or sometimes I'll go the other way. I would go and take the tunnel, go across Mercer Island, and just go in there and chick around. I used to really like Seattle back in the late 90s. It was kick-ass, man. It was kick-ass. I should write a book. I could write a book. I know how to write a book. I'm very good at reading and writing short stories and things like that. I sold you a Saab convertible. Do you ever get the feeling that you're being watched? I do. People are watching me. I have Hollywood looks, I know. What do you want me to do? I'm going to Kansas City. I'm going to sell cars or something. I can sell anything. I should go back to selling women's shoes. I sold high-end women's shoes when I was 19 and 20 years old. And that was a part-time job. My full-time job was somewhere else. But I made pretty good commission. I did. I really did. That's before Al Bundy. The TV show and all. No, I'm not one of those guys. And I worked in a shopping mall that was close to Beverly Hills, not quite in Beverly Hills, in the Beverly Center. And I worked in a high-end women's shoe store and sold women's handbags and accessories also. And you know what I did when I was there? I sold those shoes on commission, 7% commission. This is way back in like fucking 1989 and 1990. And all these middle-aged women would come in and I would get their phone numbers. And I want to let you know something. It was the best job I ever had in my entire life, even though it wasn't the one that I made the most money on. And you know what? I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for selling women's expensive women's shoes because I got a lot of telephone numbers from those women. And I'm very grateful for those low, low prices that Motel 6 had. They were very good to me, Motel 6. They always left the light on for me. And my friends, plural. Ha ha ha. Yo, Bundy was really, Al Bundy on that TV show was really funny. I bet you were like Warren Beatty in the hairdresser. You want to see a younger photo of me? I got to get this haircut. That lady did not layer my hair and I gave her $30. Can you believe that? I'm mad. I want my fucking money back. Okay, wait a minute. I will get some pictures of me when I was younger. I will show you. Got to give me about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to get them. Don't touch that dial. I will be back. You look like you're 30. You look great. You look like a little kid. Smart talking. You look like a little kid that's smart talking. Smarty pants over here. Wow, look at all these pictures. Pictures, pictures, pictures. I have lots of pictures. Yes, I do. I am so white. I don't have any sun here. Like North Carolina has near the, if you go near Charlotte or Raleigh, North Carolina, there's so much cloud cover here. It's just not a sunny state. I'm used to, you know, it's sunnier in Kansas City than it is here. Let's see, what is all this? Oh, here they are. Okay, here are some pictures of me at various ages. Let's see how old I am in this one. Me and Emily. I will show you her face. This is a picture of me. Let's see if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's me. And that is me in Dallas, Texas in 1987. What do you think of that one? Very similar haircut to here with darker hair. That's actually what my hair color is. So that's one picture with my lady friend at the time, Emily, who was from England but lived in the Louisville area near Louisville Lake. And she was a very nice girlfriend. She was a cool chick. I think she had a Z28. So that's me, 1987. Here's me a little bit older with a woman I dated. Her name was Kimberly. I dated her for about 5 years, and I lost her because I was stupid. It's my behavior. And she was a wonderful woman. That was me. You can see me better there. That was me at, how old was I there? I was maybe, I'm going to try to figure out how old I was there. I was 27 back then. That's me at 27. I don't know if that picture's coming in. Is that picture coming in okay? I don't really know. That's me at 27 years old. Yeah, I was almost 28 years old at that picture. I've always looked very young for my age. But I look a little tired today. I am a little tired today. It's just because I'm moving, and it's because I'm moving and I'm kind of stressed out. I'm like, this is me at 17 years old at the prom, my high school prom. I was 17 back then. See how thin I was? 6'1", I weighed about 175 pounds of muscle and bone. Like a 30-inch waist back then. I remember that. I got a 31-inch waist now. I'm going back to being as thin as I was when I was 17 years old. One of the things I need to do is I need to get this hair fixed. Really actually got pissed off about it. I just can't believe they did it to me. Sometimes you get a bad haircut, you know what I mean? Okay, what is everybody saying? People are asking me, that's why I'm showing them. I don't know what people are saying. One person asked me to see old pictures, so I said, okay. I don't have white hair. I have a tiny bit of gray hair and a tiny bit of gray hair. Dark hair must be 1/64th Greek. My father used to kid me about that his mother had like 1/32nd Greek in her or something. I don't know. It's so weird. Do I like my hair? How did you keep all of my hair? I don't know. I just have my grandmother's side of the family genes. Her maiden name was Sheets. So I look like a Sheets. Like the family from Nebraska, the Germans. They're from Western Nebraska. I still have relatives that live in Omaha and Lincoln. Cousins. Haven't seen them in a while. The fashion was crazy back then. Uncle Jesse hair. A bit blurry. Moving is a hassle, it is. It really is. I haven't changed much, I know. What I look like, what I act like. I was a little bit more high-strung back then. Did I ask for my money back? What, from the unrotated coconut water? No. It's too much gasoline money to go back there. I'm not going to waste my time. They got me for $5. I do not talk about my age. People think I'm 50. I'm over 45. 50 is incorrect. It's very close. I'm not gay. And you're gone for calling me gay. I don't mind, you can be gay, just don't call me gay. I don't think I have any more pictures to show. So I'm going to put these back. It is so hot. I was wondering why it was so hot. Put on 79. I was wondering that. Got to get something more to drink. So, how did you like those pictures? It's kind of interesting to look at pictures from a long time ago, right? However, I like to stay in the now. What's important and all I have is right now. See, I wanted to get my hair cut short like this in the back. What do you think I should cut shorter on the back like this? You have a troll in the chat, his word truth. What kind? I don't want to hear about it anymore. Bye. I don't. I don't want to hear about it. I'm not gay. I worked with a lot of gay men in the restaurant business, and I know more than you do. And they know I'm not gay too. Smoking does age you. I stopped smoking 5 5 years ago. I say 53 to 55. What? You're also wrong. I'm not going to give away my age. Wrong. I'm not 55. I'm not 62. I'm not 75. I'm not gay. Still not gay. I don't know why you think I'm gay. Wow, look at this. Look at this. I got a phone that's not letting me get rid of this person. Okay, you're gone. I'm not gay. I like women with curves and bodacious tatas. I am what I eat. That makes me a pussy. You look like Rick Springfield. That's funny. No, actually, at Edge Along, I'm over 45. I'm over 45. This is how I stopped smoking, for real. I tried the nicotine patches 5 times. I would stop for 6 months and then smoke for 3 months and then go back and stop smoking with the use of the nicotine patches for 6 months and go back and forth. I did that for about 4 years. And then I did what my doctor told me to do. And what my doctor told me to do is start with the 10-day program. This is how you do it. You take a pack of cigarettes, right? And the first day, you smoke 10 cigarettes that day. The second day, you smoke 9 cigarettes. The third day, 8 cigarettes. The fourth day, 6 cigarettes. And you work your way down to the last day when you only smoke 1 cigarette. And I only smoked 1 cigarette that last day. And then after that, I didn't smoke any cigarettes. And then I went through a withdrawal for about a couple of days, maybe 3 days. The third day was pretty bad. But I chewed a lot of bubble gum and ate a lot of candy and drank a lot of caffeine. And I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I have not had a cigarette in 5 years and about, I don't know, maybe 5 years and 3 months or something. Yeah, that long. Nicotine is the final boss of addiction. See you later, Jesse's girl. Look what I got. I switched to Verizon and I got one of these. A burner phone. When I don't feel like carrying my smartphone around, I just carry this motherfucker around. Oh, did I curse? Ooh. I went back to my old ways. You guys thought I was the Jesus guy. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. I try to figure out who the best live streamers are. I have my favorite live streamers on multiple different platforms. Would you like to hear my list of the best live streamers, regardless of platform, in the world today? Would anybody like to hear that? Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to @Hollywoodland21. Type in @Hollywoodland21. Yes. I do not charge to subscribe. I go live Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. We talk about all kinds of things here. I'm a little bit tired today. I guess it shows. But I've been up since 6. Yeah, sometimes it's other things that can get you besides cigarettes. Matthew Owens, 6281, at Hollywoodland21. Thank you for posting that. I really appreciate that. Only four rules on the channel, and the 4 rules on my channel are: number 1, no anti-Semitic text in my chat, or you will be blocked forever, and then you will never come back after your anti-Semitic stuff. I do not allow that on my channel at all. No racially bigoted comments in my chat, or you will be blocked forever, and you will never ever come back to my channel. Number 4, no talking nasty about women or children, or you will be blocked forever and you're gone off my channel. And lastly, no character assassination of myself or my chatter friends here, or you will be blocked and you will never come back. And no talking about violence and all that stuff. I don't want to hear that. Now, today is a special extra rule. We're not talking about Iran today. Thank you, Gerald. At Gerald 532009 is a big supporter of my channel. So is at Barbie Joe 55. Thank you very much. No, I don't. I do not have that. I don't have that. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. So you're gone. You just slandered me. That's sick. So you want to talk about what? Vietnam, Korea, Gaza, Iraq, Iran, and Libya? No, we're not talking about that today. We will talk about it in the future. His word is truth. Amen. Thank you. Butterflies. Hollywoodland21. At Hollywoodland21. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe to my channel, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It does. I drift. I used to drift with channels. I'm picky now. Do you know Pine Hill, Clementon in New Jersey? Yeah, I know where those places are, nitwit. I know exactly where they are. I know 609, that's an area code for South Jersey. Yeah, I know it. 8562. That's a new one as I got older. Yeah, I know Clementon Park. I went to Clementon Park. Remember that place? I went to a community college for a semester. I went to Camden County Community College out there in Blackwood, way the fuck out there. Yeah, I know the whole area, dude. I know Cherry Hill, Marlton. No, I never watched the Y-Files. I'd have to check it out. Well, that's a surprise what I'm going to do in Kansas City. I'm not going to tell you until I get there. I decided against St. Louis, and I just decided to go out to the Kansas City area. That'll be a big surprise. I'm not taking any drugs. I have 19 years of sobriety off of coke, weed, and alcohol. And I owe it all to Jesus for taking those cravings away. I asked Jesus Christ to take the cravings to do coke, weed, and alcohol away from me, and I prayed, and he took them away. I woke up the next morning after I prayed, and I've never had a craving since. Oh, well, that's how I did it. Somebody new bought Clementon Park, Cherry Hill. I went to Cherry Hill High School West. I graduated from that high school in June. I'm not going to tell you what year. Yeah, I was into video games my whole life. Yeah, you can pray that my brother calls me on the telephone. Pray to Jesus that my brother calls me on the telephone sometime very soon. Kansas City, Kansas is a nice place. I stayed there. It's a rich area. Really? Yeah, I'll be visiting Overland Park in Kansas City also. Cherry Hill is a nice area, isn't it? I was very lucky to live there. He's talking about fish. Pretty cool channel. I'll check it out. Let's see. The Fresh One. How are you doing? Well, is anybody interested on what my what channels I suggest that you watch? Anyone? There are some YouTube channels and there are some TikTok channels that you really need to watch. You are? Okay, here's the YouTube channels that you need to watch. You need to watch VP Gloves. V as in Victor, P as in Paul, Gloves, all one word. VP Gloves. You'll thank me in the morning on YouTube. Also, watch McHenry Cruiser. He has a jawline chiseled by Zeus. He calls himself a schizophrenic rock star. And if you go over to, if you want to go over to the TikTok, on the TikTok platform, okay, I'll give you two. One is one word, all lowercase, human scab. Check out Human Scab. She is a very intelligent woman and she gives really good advice. And I'll save the best for last. If you want to watch a channel that's very entertaining and you're going to learn about spiritual things. You're going to learn about making mannequins and making masks and gardening and you'll thank me in the morning. Go to TikTok and watch what I think is quite possibly one of the best channels on all of TikTok. Tongue Bitten. That's two words. Tongue Bitten. That's Tongue Bitten on TikTok. Check her out. She's really, really a good live streamer. And she knows how to work the camera too. You'll thank me in the morning. Okay, believe me. And those are the channels I think you need to go to. I feel so dehydrated. Got a spammer in the chat. Have to get rid of the spammer in the chat. We can't have him fucking around, can we? Thank you, at His Word is Truth. At Matthew Owens, thank you for reminding me to stay hydrated. We're going to get rid of that. We're not going to talk about that subject. That's gone. Yeah, I get the feeling that I'm being watched. I really do. Do you ever get that feeling that you're being watched? This has been a very interesting week for me. Very busy week for me too, but also very interesting. Yeah. Sometimes people are misunderstood. What are you going to do about it? Not much. Who do you got on the TikTok? Who you're referring to at Golden Chain? Which one of the people on TikTok that I recommended to you? You got? Because I mentioned two different women that have live streams that are very good. One of them, I don't understand why their videos are not being pushed out. They need a lot of people in their live streams. I don't understand why she's not a bigger at Goldchain_2. Okay, I'll be around. No, date. Yeah, Tongue Bitten has a really good. She's very intelligent. She has a lot of talents. She's a fine artist. She's also very good at mask craft, which is the making of masks, and also making mannequins out of 100% recycled materials. And she's very creative. She makes profound statements, things that stick with you. Some people are like that. You'll try to stimulate the algorithm. Do you know how to do that? Stimulate the algorithm for me or for somebody else? At Gold Chains, yeah, I did a quick perusal through her archive, and it looked pretty neat. Yeah, it is. Well, you know, there's been a lot of. She's changed a lot. She has some really good painting videos. She can paint a picture. You think she's going in one direction, and then she will go in another direction and change the painting. She's similar. She kind of reminds me of Bill Ross, but she's a woman, right? Like a female version of Bob Ross. At Goldchains_1, keeping it real is the only way I do it, no matter how the message gets across. Sometimes telling somebody the truth hurts feelings, but that's life. Yeah, well, I think it's always better to tell people the truth without being crass, but to tell people the truth, you know. When you tell people what you think they want to hear instead of what they need to hear, that's not being a friend. A lot of people are like that. So at Goldchains_1, for the people you suggested on TikTok, I just put a bunch of their videos on a playlist loop, like Human Scab and Tongue Bitten, those two. Tongue Bitten needs to get her videos pushed out more. She needs her videos pushed out more. I don't know why TikTok is not pushing her videos out. I don't know what it is because she has a fantastic channel. But thank you very much for doing that for her. She's a really nice lady. At goldchains_1. You're good people. I'll think of some other, but when you come back this coming Thursday, by Thursday, because I'm on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will think of some additional live streamers that I think are really good that need to get their videos pushed out more by TikTok. Now, what is that? At Gold Chains. For the people you suggested, which I suggested human scab and also tongue bitten, what is putting I can't my what is it when you want to help? When you want to help, say you want to help a really good channel, but they're just not getting the attention that they really should. There could be a lot of problems going on that are not of the creators making. I've heard about this before. A bunch of their videos on a playlist loop. What is a playlist loop? Soon. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to pop up and I'm going to be in Kansas City. Yeah, you say that the ladies that talk in their channels may have a different way. Yeah, you say that the ladies that talk in their channels may have a different way of getting the point across. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes when people say things on TikTok, I understand it very well, whether it's a man or a woman. Sometimes I get a little bit confused. I have to really listen to what somebody's saying. Okay. That would be me with my many multiple devices individually selecting channels and running. Okay. So you have multiple phones. I have multiple phones too. I'm just learning. A loop plays it over and over. Okay, I understand. At ATS Meta, you can set up a playlist and save creators or videos to play, and then you can loop it for convenience. Okay. I could, at DeFresh, you could start dressing in funny costumes for some streams. I could. Tommy Lee living large. Tommy Lee is a person that knows my lady friend. Wonder how he's doing. Wonder where he is. More plays, the more it stimulates their algorithm. So somebody else can do it for that person. Okay. Doing shorts helps, yes. Salesman, yes. That's what I am. I was for many years. I don't think I'm ever going to go back and live in California. Probably visit. I would have to have somebody offer me. There'd have to be a really good reason that involves money for me to go and live in California. I mean, a really good reason. I really want to make my home base in Missouri or somewhere in the Great Plains. I don't want to actually. I really don't want to live full time in Los Angeles ever again. It's just something I don't want to do. Yeah. You people are funny. Very funny people. "66 people in here now. Wow, we've been 1 hour and 51 minutes. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys are beautiful. At Hollywoodland22. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. I don't charge at all. This channel's just for fun for right now. When I get to 5,000 subscribers, probably, and I need to be in Missouri before I go start. I'm going to attempt to have a partnership with YouTube. I'm not sure if 5,000 subscribers is enough. I'm not sure. Does anyone know here? I mean, can I have 3,000 subscribers and start? Some people buy their likes and subscribe. However, I don't recommend it. Yeah, I never did anything like that. I've never been to Catalina Island. I would like to go sometime. Yeah, it would be a sign on the wall that says Kurt Russell. I don't know if I could do that because that's not who I am. Okay. At ATS Mida. Well, then, or plays of their content, the more it raises the play to the algorithm of TikTok or on YouTube. It's all mathematics, like how you did your short for your content 3 days ago. Okay. Yeah, because that lady tongue bit needs her videos pushed out, her shorts, her video shorts, and just her channel in general needs to be marketed any way that's going to help her. I think she's going to have a very big channel one day if she keeps up. A very big channel. I know for a fact that my channel is going to have over 100,000 subscribers at some point. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but it's at some point I'm going to increase the amount of hours that you see me on here. It's not going to just be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. It's going to be like possibly 6 or 7 days a week. It's going to be all the time. I mean, I'm going to get battery packs and I have multiple phones, but I'm going to get even better phones. I'm going to get brand new phones, and I'm going to have power packs and batteries and stuff. And I'm just going to keep on going and keep on going all day long until I get this channel to 100,000. And then we're going to keep on going after that. I'm going to put my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App on here. I mean, I have a Cash App. I don't even remember what my cash tag is. I think the cash tags. I don't even know what it is. Hollywoodland, like, I don't know it. I think it's, I don't know what it is. I'd have to look at it. Like, you have to have do you have to have a dollar sign at the beginning of your name? I'd have to look. What is my What is my Cash App? Is it written down somewhere? I had several people ask for it. I mean, if they really want to send a Cash App, a gift, that's okay.
It's at Hollywoodland 12.
Well, I don't know where it's written down. I'm kind of looking for it. Is it in here? In the spiral with the little doggy in it? I can't really see. Maybe you can help me.
Oh, I think it's 12.
Well, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere. I mean, I've had several people ask me to donate something to my Cash App. Why not? I don't know. I'm not sure if YouTube will partner with me at 5,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 subscribers. I don't know how many watch hours I have to have. I got to find all that out. Oh, you have to put a $sign in front of it. I do have a Cash App. It's a $, Hollywoodland12. $, Hollywoodland12. All one line. So I guess if the person that wanted to send money to my Cash App, it's $, Hollywoodland12. Is that all they need to know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's $, Hollywoodland12 if you want to donate. Thank you. That would be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. Maybe it'll make up for the loss of the of the coconut water. Yeah, at Matthew Owen 6281. You remembered it. Yeah, that is the Cash App. That is the Cash App for me at Hollywoodland12. Yes. You can donate whatever. Help this fledgling channel go along. You guys are lovely. You're beautiful. Thank you. And I think I want to get my hair cut again. I really do. I want to get it cut. I'll get a recut. If you want to, you don't have to. Oh, I've been on for a long hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, a lot of people in Western Washington are originally from California, like you and me. Yeah. Well, I was there in the late 90s, and I went back to Los Angeles. I had a good time living in King County, Washington. I met a lot of wonderful people there. A lot of people are very kind up there to me. No, I don't need anybody to give me a donation, but if you want to, you can. If you're entertained, I don't know. If you feel like it, I accept gifts, but they're gifts. Yeah, $, Hollywoodland21. That is my Cash App, yes. I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff anymore. So I'm going to have to, I don't want to put you in timeout. I want to get rid of you because I have 19 years of sobriety and you're gone. And you're not going to, what's that called? Defamation of character. And not only gifts, but blessings. You can bless me. I need blessings. I really do. I am don't cut too much hair off. I won't. What I want to do is I want to get it layered. Barbie Joe 55. What I want to at Barbie Joe 55. I just want to get she did not layer it like when she, you know how they layer it like short, long, short, long, short, long with those scissors, like a special kind of scissors when they do a scissor cut. She didn't do it on the sides of her. She just cut a half of an inch off of everywhere because you remember how long it was. So it's definitely cut. You can tell, but it wasn't cut the way like I thought it was going to be cut. I moved to Los Angeles in 1989 before there was any smartphones or any of this social media. It was a long time ago. Oh, you at MK? I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. Where? Around Van Nuys or North Hollywood or Encino or where? I lived there for a long time. I moved out to Hollywood in 1989. I moved up to San Fernando Valley about 1990, 91. Lived there until 1996, and I went up to the Seattle area for 3 years, and I came back down. Lived there ever since. I like the San Fernando Valley. No, they did not, Democrat Donkey. People did not do that on the sidewalk in 1988. They did not do that. They did not do that. Oh, Canoga Park? Yeah, Canoga Park used to be its own. It used to be called Owens Mouth. That's where Bryan Cranston grew up. The actor, the Breaking Bad actor. Oh, you moved out of Sunland? Sunland. Yeah, that is equestrian area near the hood. Yeah, I know. I know Canoga Park. I used to donate old clothes and stuff to the Goodwill over there in Canoga Park. They had a Goodwill. I used to donate my clothes to when they got too old. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, it's going to take a while to fix up. It's going to take a while to fix up Hollywood. It is. No, I didn't know Jack over there. Oh, did you know Bryan Cranston? He was my police captain in the Police Explorers. What? You knew Bryan Cranston? He was my police captain in the Police Explorers. What is the Police Explorers? I know he's from there. I'm not sure if his parents or grandparents raised him. He's a really good actor. I really enjoyed watching that Breaking Bad. That was kick-ass. Pyro is mocking you, really? Okay, here's Pyro. I don't even know who that is. Well, they can mock all they want. If I catch them, I'll just get rid of them. Thank you. Double tap, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for just coming on my channel. It's wonderful. I like talking to people at Hollywoodland22. Oh, he was going to be a police officer and he switched to acting? Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. Thank you. You'll keep being your mods and let you know. Thank you. Yes, I did not know that. I would never know that if I didn't talk to you. Oh, I know you're not joking. Thank you for coming in and spending time with me at Hollywoodland. Hollywoodland 21. At Hollywoodland21. Please hit the subscribe button and let's get me up to 5,000 subscribers. I'm on my way there. I'm almost to 3,000 subscribers. I know we can get there. Got 73 people in here. That's wonderful. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. I love you guys. I'm kind of underneath a lot of stress right now because I know I'm moving and taking a train to Washington, D.C., from Charlotte to Washington, D.C., and then from there, Charlotte to Washington, D.C., and from Washington, D.C. to Chicago, and from Chicago to Kansas City. That is, I heard the Amtrak's a more comfortable ride than driving in a car or taking a Greyhound bus. Which I took a Greyhound bus years ago out to California, but I've taken a few of them, but I'm not going to take them anymore. I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe for a short trip somewhere, but I would rather drive. No, when I was 19 years old, I moved out to Los Angeles, and I lived in Upper Beechwood Canyon, and I lived in a neighborhood called Hollywoodland, which is all the way up near the Hollywood sign. There's a little stone archway gate to get up in there. It was developed in the 1920s, and I lived in a guest house behind a mansion, and I lived there for 10 months in the Hollywoodland neighborhood. That's what it was called. The sign used to read Hollywoodland until the LAND fell off, and the city took care of the rest and bought the Hollywood sign and maintained it. But I remember living in Hollywoodland. I haven't been up there in a long time. A lot of deer and a lot of bobcats and things up there. I never worked in the entertainment business. I sold vinyl siding to people for their homes. Aluminum siding and vinyl siding also, yes. Yes, I did. I'll be back in just a second. Can I get in there? What? Gonna get something to drink. So how's everybody doing tonight? Ready to go to bed? Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. When I was young, I had no sense. I had an encounter with an electric fence. Hi. I just changed shirts. That's all. I'm not a failed actor. I never acted. Yeah, I know DC very well. My family worked for the federal government. My grandparents did on both sides. They're bureaucrats. My grandfather had to report to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, my father's father, who was a mathematician that worked on the first computers. Yeah, I'm moving myself. Well, I mean, not myself. I'm going to hire a moving company to move the, furniture and things like that, clothing, all kinds of stuff. Tina Kennedy, 645. I have a good night, all. Have a great night, a great week. You too. You were in Bruce Willis, the actor's hometown, the other day, down by Salem. Yeah, he's down. I heard he's from South Jersey. I'm going to be careful. I'm not doing the bus. Wow, we have a lot of people in here. Penns Grove. I know where Penns Grove is. That's near the Delaware Memorial Bridge, isn't it? The one that goes over the Delaware, the big, long, giant one. It's up in the sky. No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's free to subscribe. Non-monetized channel. You can hit the subscribe button, type in @Hollywoodland21, or you can find me by my channel name, which is Hollywoodland22. Either way, that's my channel name, Hollywoodland22. You can find me and subscribe that way, or if you want to, but only if you want to, you can type in my handle, and my handle is @Hollywoodland21. That's @Hollywoodland21. Once again, that's @Hollywoodland21. Let's get me together. This is a we thing. So we, together, as a team, can build my channel, and you can all subscribe, everybody watching me right now, and get me up to 5,000 subscribers on this channel by September 1st of 2026. You're beautiful. I know you can do it. At his worth. At his word is truth. My father did all private construction jobs for all of the actors in Hollywood. He was a contractor, and I went with him to help do secretary work for him. Oh, really? That's interesting. Who am I? I look familiar. Do you know me from Los Angeles? Do you know me from the San Fernando Valley or Hollywood or Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or Bellevue, Washington, or Kirkland, Washington, or Redmond, Washington, or Seattle? Those are some of the places I've lived. Well, you can, my channel name is Hollywoodland22 with an orange uppercase H with a black background. That's my avatar. But my handle, which is the one underneath, is at Hollywoodland21. It's easier to go to just type in at Hollywoodland21, one word, and then you can subscribe to my channel. And I would very much appreciate it if you do. At Hollywoodland21. Randall's handle is at Hollywoodland21. That's the easiest way to find the button to subscribe to me. Thank you very much at His Word is True. Thank you very much for helping me. Thank you for subscribing. That's wonderful. I really need to get up to 5,000 subscribers. And what is that? That's less than 2 weeks from now. Just everybody here, I need your help. Only you can help me by subscribing to at Hollywoodland21. And I subscribe to everybody that subscribes to me. I take the time to make sure I find you all. And if I don't, let me know if I missed you. I subscribe to everybody that subscribes back to me. There's a reason for that. It's out of courtesy. And because I love you guys. You guys keep me company. I'm going through a rough time in my life right now. I lost my father in October, and I lost my uncle in this last June, and I lost my cousin a few months ago. And you know, yeah, $ Hollywoodland12 is my Cash App. If you want to give me a gift, that's fine. I accept gifts. But I do not have a relationship. I do not have a partnership with YouTube. I'm not getting paid any money from YouTube. So this channel is not monetized. But if you want to give me a gift, you can. Cash App is $ Hollywoodland12 if you want to give me a gift. I hope I'm entertaining. I will tell you one thing, that when I got those cravings to use Coke and alcohol and things and weed and things like that, about 6 months into my sobriety, what I did is I got on my knees and I prayed to Jesus and I said, Jesus, please take the cravings away. I said it like multiple times and begged him to take the cravings to use dangerous controlled substances. And I woke up the next morning and they were gone. They just left. No more cravings. I'm glad that everybody's getting to know each other in the chat. That's one of the things I wanted to do, is to get chatters to develop parasocial relationships with each other, or you can get to know each other. Who knows? Maybe somebody in the chat's going to fall in love with somebody else in the chat, and we're going to have a marriage out of it. You never know. Yeah, I just lived in Hollywoodland for 10 months, up in the Hollywood Hills. I lived up there in a guest house when I was like 19 years old. It was fun. Not good on my transmission, but thank you at Kwai_me_channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm still hurting about these deaths of my family. I feel orphaned after my father died. Just all over. I just feel like it's just me and Jesus. I mean, I'm like, I can't call my father and ask him for advice. He's gone. I have to remember everything that he taught me. You know? He's heard your cry and he's answered. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. At Gerald 53. 2009. Thank you. You're making me emotional now. Amen. Amen. And he will do and can do all things. You know, and we can you with his help. Philippians 5:14. Thank you at his word's truth. Thank you for helping me with my channel. At his word is truth. Allison Bojangles C. Oh, Costandi. Well done at Hollywoodland22. Wish I could meet a nice man before I pass. You probably will. At Airwalk 1992. Cash App. $ Hollywoodland12. Gifts are accepted. Yeah. Gifts. I know. My condolences at Allison Bojangles Costa. My condolences. It's really hard, isn't it? Especially like when people get like to a certain age, I guess around 40 or something, between 40 and 50, somewhere around in there, you start having people in your family pass away. You know, all over the place. And it's hard. Well, it's been 2 hours and 22 minutes. It's time for me to skedaddle. I wanted to let everybody know I really appreciate you coming in and watching my channel. I appreciate all the help that you've given me. And I had a good time tonight. I really did. It's time for me to figure out where I'm going to get this hair corrected. Just remember, I come on live streaming on YouTube Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. I might start going on longer. Thank you very much for coming here. You guys are beautiful. Thank you for subscribing to @Hollywoodland21. And thank you for all the gifts and help. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Remember to subscribe to @Hollywoodland21. And I will see everybody Thursday at 6 p.m. Everybody stay safe and lock your doors at night, okay? And remember, sometimes human beings will fail you, but Jesus Christ will never fail you. I love you. You folks are beautiful. Bye-bye for now.